Hey kids, how's it going? All well? Let's go to the world of English. Today we are going to learn a poem. But before going to the lesson, let's talk a bit. Do you like summer holidays? I too love them. How will it feel when you are asked to go to school on summer holidays? Boring. You'll be feeling like being caged, being locked up, or being jailed. I know. Summer is the time for you to play with your friends, have a chit chat, listen to the music of the nature, so and so and so. Now, let's move on to the poem and see what happens there. The Schoolboy, written by William Blake. William Blake was a romantic poet. In his poems, we can see imagination, his love for nature, and even supernatural elements. In the poem, the schoolboy is not happy. Why he is unhappy? He even compares himself to a bird that lives in a cage or plant that withers when it should blossom. Why all these? You will find the answer after reading the poem.
The Schoolboy by William Blake. I love to rise in a summer morn, when the birds sing on every tree, the distant huntsman winds his horn, and the skylark sings with me. Oh, what sweet company! But to go to school,
As we discussed earlier, the schoolboy in the poem is not happy. Why? Because he has to go to the school even in the summer. So he compares himself to a caged bird because he don't have freedom like a caged bird don't have freedom to fly. And he also compares himself to withered plant or withered flowers like which is not able to bloom in the summer. Like that the student or the boy who wants to play in the summer is not able to do so because of his studies. So this is the central theme of the poem. Now let's discuss what's said in between the lines of the poem. Look at the first stanza of the poem. I love to rise in a summer morn when the birds sing on every tree. The distant huntsman winds his horn and the skylark sings with me. Oh, what a company. So this is the first stanza of the poem. So look at the first line. I love to rise in a summer morn. I Who's the speaker of the poem? Yes, the speaker is a young boy. So, when is the bird singing? In the summer morning. So, the speaker is a young boy. He's really joyful. He likes to awake in the fresh and delightful summer morning. So, the boy, what does the boy like? The boy likes the chirping of the birds on every tree, and he likes to awake in the fresh and delightful morning. And he heard some sound also. What all were the sounds? The sound of horn blown by the hunter from a distant field, and the sound of skylark. And he thinks that the skylark is his company. So what does it mean by whines? Whines means to make sound using air. Like whines his horn. He makes sound with his air through a horn. Whines his whistle. All these we can use in with whines. Then what does it mean by skylark? Skylark is a beautiful bird who can sing beautifully like a singer. And what is meant by company? Company means friendship or friends or one who gives partnership. So here the boy or the speaker is getting a company or a friendship with the skylark in the summer morning. So this is the first stanza of the poem. Look at the next stanza. But to go to school in a summer morn, oh, it drives all joy away. Under the cruel eyes outworn, the little ones spend the day in sighing and dismay. So, in this stanza, what can we say is, what's the mood of the speaker? He is disappointed. He is highly disappointed. Why? Because the speaker had to attend the school in a sweet summer morning. How cruel it is, right? So what's his wish? He wishes to enjoy the delight of this beautiful summer. But what's his condition right now? He's tired. He's completely puzzled. So, who is making all these things difficult for him? The strict supervision of his teacher makes everything difficult for him. What is he thinking about the teacher? He thinks that the eyes of the teacher is tiring him, is making him exhausted. What's his love for now? Instead of enjoying the pleasure of summer, he wants to enjoy the pleasure of summer. That's he loves to do now. But now what he have to do now? He has to compulsory attend the school. That's his condition right now. What's his complete day's condition? He spends the complete day in boredom and sadness. So, what does it mean by morn? Summer morn. Summer morning. Morn means morning. Here, morn means morning. And what is meant by outworn? Outworn means exhausted. The teacher's look makes him exhausted. And what does it mean by dismay? Dismay means disapproval, distress. All these studying makes him distressed. He is disapproved to all of this. So, this is said in the second stanza of the poem, The Schoolboy. What does the speaker expresses in this stanza of the poem? Let's check. Then at times I drooping sit and spend many an anxious hour. Nor in my book can I take delight, nor sit in learning's bower, worn through with the dreary shower. So this is the third stanza of the poem. What's said in this poem? Let's check. What's expressed in this poem by the speaker? The speaker or the child expresses his tiredness. So how does he sit in the class? He sits unwillingly. He is really bored. And what is under control, or what is under control of the teacher? The teacher is taking control of the student's freedom, and the child thinks that her look is controlling them. The harsh personality of the teacher is controlling the students. So, what does he think about the teachings of the teacher? He thinks that it is unnecessary lectures. And what's his urge, or what does he want now? He wants unchecked freedom. Where does he want to sit and study? He wants to sit in the garden and study. Who wants to be his accompaniment now? He wants the nature to accompany him instead of the school teacher. So what does it mean by drooping? Drooping sit. It means that the child is sitting unwillingly in a hanging position. And what is meant by dreary? Dreary means he is really bored, he is really distressed, he is really in distress, he is really bored. That is meant by dreary. So let's check the next stanza. How can the bird that is born for joy sit in a cage and sing? How can a child, when fears annoy, but drooping his tender wing, and forget his youthful spring? So, what will happen to a bird when it is caged? It won't be able to sing as it singed when it was free. So the poet compares the child with the same caged bird. He says that a child, if remained under the umbrella of unknowing fear and tension, the distress of his teacher can never enjoy the natural instincts of joy and playfulness. If a child is kept under cover, he won't be able to enjoy the freedom. Then what will happen? A world full of rigid course of discipline will ruthlessly take away the beautiful springs of a person's life. The beautiful springs of a person's life means the spring of our life is our childhood. If we cage a child, he will lose his childhood. So we should not cage, or we should not restrict our children. So what does it mean by annoy? Annoy means irritated. Here the student or the child is irritated with his studies and the look of his teacher during this beautiful summer. Let's check. Oh, father and mother, if buds are nipped and blossoms blown away, and if the tender plants are stripped of their joy in the springing day by sorrow and care's dismay, how shall the summer rise in joy, or the summer fruits appear? So, in this stanza, the boy is complaining. Complaining to whom? The higher authority. Who is his higher authority? His father and mother. What's his complaint? He's complaining if a budding child or a small child is picked and swept away in the early stage of his life in an ocean of sadness, what will happen to him? That's his complaint. So, if unhappiness crushes the sensitive plants, or the plants which is really tender, the beautiful and newborn buds which should be giving beautiful flowers, what will happen? The summer cannot be joyful anymore. So like that, if care and concern rule over the plants, flowers, birds, so the summer will be dry and will bear no fruit. So this is said in this last stanza of the poem. So what does it mean by nipped? Nipped means pinch. Here, buds are nipped means if we pinch or if we pluck the buds from the plant, what will happen? There won't be a beautiful summer. And what does it mean by stripped? Stripped means to remove all the happiness or remove all the covers of a plant, then again the plant won't survive. So this is said in these lines. From this poem, we understood that the students need to study while they are happy or while they want to study. Let them do what they want to do. Give them the atmosphere for their better. Don't let them be tensed or be in stress. Let them be free and do whatever they like to do. Do these activities, my dear children. Read the poem, list out the new words and find its meaning. Make a model of a caged bird using cardboard, paper, sticks or strings. Thank you for listening everyone. See you soon. Take care.